let's jump into How I Met Your Father. More to talk about with Peacemaker.
Mhm.
How I Met Your Father episode what 3 and 4, right?
3
Yep.
and 4.
3 and 4. All right. God, I completely forgot what happened in episode 3 because I just saw episode 4. So
The dating app for Jesse where they met Josh Peck.
They're trying to take the picture for
Yes,
the Uber
yes.
driver, and then they meet
Yep.
Josh Peck. Drew is I think his name is Drew in the show.
yeah.
And Jesse is the Uber driver.
Yeah,
Slash
Jesse.
teacher.
Let me write that down. I stay forgetting his name.
I've been getting better with the
It's
names.
Uber dude.
We got Jesse, we got Valentina, we got Sophie, we got Charlie, Drew. We got them all. You name you want them, I got them.
Yeah. Why don't you take this episode, bro? I'll do
Let's see
episode
if I can.
4.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. So they're still, I feel like, establishing the friendship
Yes.
between these weird groups, and Jesse's just like, screw this, love sucks, just like the song. Great song, by the way. It's also in The Wedding Singer. Love stinks. And that's when Sophie's just like, all right, well, I'll help you. I'm a photographer. We'll take some shots. They try to take good pictures for the Tinder profile. They finally get something good. Eventually, they meet Josh Peck. Josh Peck's like, oh, yeah, I think I've met you somewhere. She's like, no, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. While this is going on, there's also this other storyline going on of Charlie wanting an apartment. That's the British guy.
Yes.
And then there's I can't remember the girl's name. I can't remember Jesse's sister.
Yeah.
She also wants an apartment. Like, hey, you should get an apartment together. They're like, no, blah, blah, blah. So that's going
She
on. So while
finds
they're
some
looking,
random
that's the B
dude
story.
on. Yeah, she finds some random dude
from like
on
Craigslist or something.
Yeah.
Ralph.
Yeah.
New. Here's my new roommate, Ralph.
So they're checking out apartments.
She's
there.
like, I don't want to be with the guy who has a gold spoon fed a gold spoon.
Yeah, it was spoon fed. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I thought
he pulls
He
out
legit
his
had
golden,
a golden spoon.
Yeah, he pulls out
has
his
a gold
spoon.
like
He sells it, and then someone steals that wad of cash.
As he's
That's
walking
New
out
York.
the pod shop was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my god, that dude
So,
is so helpless.
They're also doing the long distance relationship thing in this episode.
Yes.
I relate to that because I'm currently in a long distance relationship, and it's fucking hard sometimes. I totally relate to him.
Don't put your penis in a machine.
Oh no, definitely not that. Definitely not that. It's, hell no, some fucking crazy penis contraption. That shit looked crazy, whatever he was doing. But
that's one of the things I liked about this episode. You have the two friend groups, and you have one person from each group becoming friends with another.
Yeah.
Every ring relationship. That's why I remember last time we were talking, but that's one of the things I liked. It was just like you guys said, it wasn't authentic, and I guess you're right, where these people randomly become friends. So they're trying to build that, like, hey, I'll help you with the Tinder profile. Hey, I'll help you with the long distance things. Like, hey, we both need apartments, but we don't really know each other. So it's like they're all building upon that relationship, which I like this very much.
They're building repertoire between themselves and
Yeah. So that happens. Eventually, they take Jesse and Sophie go to a bar, and she's trying to help him hit on girls. Jesse meets a girl. He's like, "Oh, she's really attractive." Blah blah blah. Turns out that this girl just wants to make fun of him because he's from YouTube and he failed with the thing. And the way she's texting her friends is hilarious.
yeah.
The failed proposal guy, Mr. Failed Proposal. The way she's texting her friends is hilarious. She's like, "OMG, blah blah blah, didn't do smiley face, blah blah," and she's just going all just screaming. I was like, that's hilarious. Then they, Sophie screws up the relationship between those two, and then I don't know. Long story short, she gets Josh Peck's number.
Yeah,
and that's really.
And then episodes 4, she goes on a date.
Oh, I'm
with
sorry.
Josh.
And then they revealed
they
that
met
they
before.
met each other.
Yeah, on the day
at the
friend's wedding,
at the party,
party,
not the wedding, the proposal party.
Yeah. He gave her the charger.
So he's one of the people that was there that night who could potentially be the father.
Yep.
So
in episode 4, God, I hate Josh Peck's character. Drew is
why?
He's so fucking boring. Oh my god, he's like the way he delivers his lines, the way he's just such
doing a good job.
Such a
doing
boring
very good
character.
job.
I think it's a real character though, because I know people like that.
Yeah.
That are square their whole life, and now it's like just doing anything minute. It's like and it's
No,
like that's fucking
I completely
nothing.
agree with that. I just don't like that type of character, right? So he's just like super boring. Like it's just, and also Josh Peck looks weird.
That's how I
Excuse
feel.
me.
Like that's how I feel about the British character. I just don't like his ass, gold spoon or not.
And I don't know. I just got weird vibes from his character. Just I don't know. I don't like him. So that's happening. They're going out on a date. They were supposed to have. So Sophie's turning 30. They were supposed to have a party, a dirty,
Dirty
30
30.
themed party by based on Christina Aguilera's song "Dirty" and the music video. But then she changes the whole party
I
to
was
classy.
dying when the friend said, "We're gonna have so many 40s, you'll be hungover till you're 50." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
He
girl."
just starts throwing all these numbers at them.
Okay, you're getting crunk.
So she changes the party. It's not going well. She breaks the steam pipe. It's super hot in the apartment. Every time she talks to him, she's like, "I was supposed to fix that. I was supposed to fix that." Um, uh, Sophie's friend and Charlie are having this weird relationship moment where
So, Valentina.
Valentina where she's like, "Yeah, you can like date other people or like hook up with other people," and he's like, "Oh, really? Okay, I thought we were exclusive." He's like, "I left a fortune and a country to be exclusive or whatever," but he's like, "All right." So he starts talking to someone else, and then she's like, "Ooh, this is sexy. You talking to someone else, and I know you don't want him." So, and then they both start doing that throughout the whole night and piss a lot of people off. And then they do it in the bathroom. Um, Josh Peck turns out later on Drew turns out later on that he likes the song "Dirty" and they sing it together, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
I like the sister, Jesse's sister, where they teach her the swipe, and it's just
she's
like,
my
no, it's
favorite
like
character so far.
it's a quick swipe, no, it's a slow swipe, and then they
You gotta
actually
do it
teach
with
her
confidence. Like, no,
at the end,
you gotta be strategic with it.
at the end, it doesn't work, and they're just like, fuck it, this is how you hop it. It's just like, okay,
That part was so true.
yeah.
I hate doing the subway because of that reason alone.
Yeah, and
I don't. The subway's fine, but doing that little Metro card
Yeah.
thing sucks.
Well, now they replaced it with something else for the most part,
Okay.
but you still have the option to swipe, but they added this other machine where you can just tap your phone.
Okay.
You can download the app, you put money on, and you just tap your phone, and then you can just go. But
Yeah.
no, but that
'Cause-
swipe thing is it's real though. Like, and
It's horrible.
and it's not like it's one way or the other way. It's both ways, right? It depends on the turnstile. One turnstile you do it fast, it works, and the other one you have to do it slow. So it's just like it depends on the turnstile you're going to, but
Play it by ear.
it's so real though, and I was just like, this is correct.
Is her name Ellen?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to find the cast, but I don't have there's a picture for everyone except for her.
She's my favorite character so far. She's like quirky. She doesn't know a lot about like real life because she was on a farm, in the middle of nowhere, and she just got dropped in the big. She just came to the big city, and she
It is
knows
Ellen,
nothing.
Yeah,
So
she
she's-
literally came from a farm.
Yeah, so she's like so far she's like the most interesting character for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
yeah,
not much.
I like her too. But there's
mean-
some other characters that are building steam, but it still needs some time down the season. I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of
I'm
now,
liking
as
them-
of
I'm
now,
liking
the
them all.
sisters are my favorite. I'm curious to see where she goes.
I like all the characters. With this episode in particular, it was a little bit different from episode 3, where it's just like they're trying to. I feel like episode 3 was like about building new relationships. Episode 4 is more about reestablishing already
deeper connections.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between the
'cause
brother and the sister, between
yeah, because they had that little like heart to heart where she was like,
Yeah.
"I thought you were an adult." He was like, "I was 9." I was-
Yeah, I had a race car bed.
Yeah.
There was that, and then you have between Valentina and Charlie, where they realize like that they can be together, and Valentina grows as a character. Also between Valentina and Sophie, where it's just like, hey, I was gonna throw this crazy party for you, and now because you want to be with this guy. Also between Sophie and what was Josh Peck's character's name?
Drew.
Where it's just like, hey, he's this boring character that she likes that, but he tries to be not too boring at times. Apparently, with when you got the dirty
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like I like to see. I like where they're going. I like where they're going so far.
I want to see him
like I said,
open
I enjoy
up,
the characters.
you know, let loose and become like a normal person, not like so uptight.
I mean, there's gonna be a thing where most likely he's gonna want to break up with her or her with him because he's the way he is. And I wouldn't be surprised if the show hopefully is successful and they come back years later. He shows up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm like a NASCAR driver now, and I just do the wild stuff. I'm a stunt man."
Adrenaline
I could
junkie.
see that happening.
Who for
Yeah,
Charlie?
it's just like no, for Drew. Drew.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Where it's like if they break up and then later on he comes back, he's like, "Yeah, I'm the craziest man alive now." So I can
That
see
would
that
be
happening. But no, like I said, it's a sitcom, you know. So
No,
once
it's
again,
definitely-
it's
and
not
it's-
like the other shows we talk about. So
Well, yeah, for a
you know.
sitcom, it takes a while. It's supposed to take a while building the
Yeah, they
characters
have to
and
establish-
getting into the nitty gritty of like their, of their like emotional composition, their like friendship. Like it's just like there's a lot of character growth that
Their
needs
daily
to happen.
life and everything,
Yeah.
like how they're.
And that's what this show's about. It's like their daily life. So it's
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, it's gonna get there definitely. It's just that
I don't know if it's gonna be as good as you know, the original, but it's definitely something. It's taking
I
on
think-
its life of its own, and you know, I just want to see where it goes. And
I think we're
to me, it has the potential to be better.
yes.
but like I said, I'm not comparing.
completely agree.
I'm not comparing.
But I
them,
think
so.
for the reason why me and Disco might feel this way is just because of the way shows are right now.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of sitcom shows. We're used to these like 8-episode, 10-episode shows where there's a lot going on. There's like a lot of meat in each episode, and it's not taking forever to build characters. It's not. So it's just like whether
well,
you
think
want to
faster-
call it
faster
historically,
paced.
the two of you aren't really sitcom guys.
we are, but I haven't watched a sitcom since How I Met Your Mother.
That's what I'm saying.
I was
did go
actually,
I at every point of my life, I've watched a sitcom.
actually, so, you know, what was actually
Like-
funny is actually in the show when they're talking about Seventh Heaven. I used to watch Seventh
Yeah.
Heaven. It was-
Me too. Yeah.
Oh man, I was right there with them.
But like, how long ago was How I Met Your Mother? It was like at least 10.
Oh man, it's
years
got to be
ago,
10 years, almost.
right? So
it ended a while back.
and
yeah.
then I mean, I watched The Office like a year or two ago, but like I binged that, so that's different.
Yeah.
Like binging something like that is different. Like I got to see it like back to back.
yeah, you're
to
not
back
sitting
to-
there week to week.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
man.
it's just that it's a slow build up plus it's week to week, so it's just like it's just different from what we're used to now and just how content is delivered now. So it's just I think it's just going to take me a couple of weeks just more or probably this whole season just to readjust and then I'll be good to go. But I'm liking the show so far. I think it's good.
Yeah, I like
so.
it a lot.